Well, it is that time again, the beginning of a new SSL season here in the Major League. And as always, it promises to be a very enthralling 14 matches. Hello, everyone. I'm Metafiction, and we, as always, have some very entertaining matches lined up for you. Starting out, we'll have Catalunya hosting Tokyo SC, followed by SFB and Romana. Then we take a trip to Hollywood, where Hollywood FC will face Tokyo, and then we wrap up in Sao Paulo, who will face Buenos Aires. We do start in Spain, though, Barcelona to be specific, where CF Catalonia will be looking to get off to a better start than they did last season, with a win over Tokyo ST. Tokyo, of course, also looking to improve on their position from last season. Bit of a disappointment for both of these teams, be looking to put the best foot forward today, as it is Catalonia who get us started here. Gastone Poggio out on the far wing, crosses in early, and it's a header behind by Chang Shan to concede an early corner kick. Delo standing over it, finds De Ali, and it's deflected behind, and Panda sending it over. Of course, we recently saw the SSL Shield to begin the season, which saw Reykjavik United prevailing over Buenos Aires, avenging their loss in the Season 16 Cup final. They'll be looking later today to try and get a title repeat off to a good start. For the moment, though, we have two other hopefuls still contesting this match, although we are almost 30 minutes in and not much of note has happened. A bit of a slow beginning, although Van Gerritsen seizing on that loose touch by Panda. Now here is Haglund sending it back to Ekholm Gunnarsson. Nadamu to Greer, who was forced back by Ju. Kaido plays it off to Haglund, now Greer making a run. Challenged by Pruskin, gets the cross in, and it's headed in by Skyrise! But it won't count because it's offside. Well, VAR not even bothered with that one. That goal was clearly offside, according to the referee. Now that free kick headed in by Pork Tenderloin. And just like that, Tokyo go from thinking they were a goal up to being a goal down. It's a free kick from Amore Delo, delivered it perfectly to Pork Tenderloin, who rose above the pack. And just like that, it is Catalunya 1, Tokyo 0. Talk about a gut punch for a team that just thought they'd taken the lead. But instead, they find themselves in a hole in the middle of a match that has not had a lot to note otherwise. It is CF Catalunya doing a very professional job, leading 1-0 over Tokyo SC at the half. That free kick from Amore Delo, headed in by Pork Tenderloin. A perfect delivery, but also the only real highlight of note, apart from the offside goal by Sky Rise. Tokyo perhaps going to rue that chance at this rate. Still, 45 minutes left to play, and they do start us off here in the second half. Ekholm Gunnarsson sends it out to Greer, but the pass intercepted by Poggio. Again, not a lot happening here in the second half, but Sky Rise is sending in a corner here for Tokyo SC. Floated in, headed down. Believe that was Ibrahimovic. It's another corner for Tokyo, taken again by Rise. This time finds Kaido on the edge of the box. Back out wide to Rise. Chips it in, and Scarpetta gets the finish wrong. Ilya Pruskin with the throw-in for Catalunya. A little bit of a tangle-up, but Schuenar does get to it. Hercule Hefeweizen, the rookie, Loses out to Hagelin, but Delo able to pick it up. Shifting move finds Panda, and Panda brought down in the box by Momo Adamu. The referee has given a penalty. Adamu escapes a booking, but has conceded a penalty here to be taken by Amore Delo, who puts it in. Well, it's gone from bad to worse for Tokyo here on 60 Minutes. Delo sending Revest the wrong way. And Catalonia lead 2-0 here on Matchday 1. And Tokyo having a bit of a hole to climb themselves out of. Last year's Cup semi-finalist in real danger of dropping their first match of the season. Strong challenge from Ekholm Gunnarsson wins the ball away from Chouinard. And Tokyo needing to build something here if they're to have any hope of equalizing. Van Gerritsen gets to it before Panda. Crosses in. Grappa punching it away. Does fall back to Van Gerritsen. Van Gerritsen trying to knock it past Panda and does. Cuts it back to Rise. Chipped in. And Ibrahimovic off the post, but was offside regardless. Another free kick for Tokyo, sent in by Rise, off the head of Ekholm Gunnarsson, who misses with the header over the top of the bar. Tokyo seeming to finally come to life here, only now that they are 2-0 down. Kaido intercepting that pass, but loses out to Hefeweizen. Poggio in. Chouinard got a foot to it, but not enough power to stop Revest from scooping it up. 20 minutes to play for Tokyo, and they are going to need all of it if they hope to come out of this with a point. Hagelin cuts out that pass and finds Rise. The break is on here for Tokyo. Here's Ibrahimovic. Slow pass for Van Gerritsen, but loses out to Kamanova. Now Kamanova breaking for Catalunya. Could the counter be countered here? Kamanova continuing the run. Passes to Gino Chouinard. Tokyo leaving themselves open, and the counter was countered. Yubica Kamanova with a lung-busting run up the far flank, finding the perfect place to put it for Chouinard, who sends it past Fernand Revest. And at 3-0 with only 10 minutes to play, Tokyo starting to lose a little bit of hope of equalizing here. Certainly, as I like to say, you never can tell in the SSL, but as Chouinard wins another corner for Catalunya, chances are looking a little grim here for Tokyo. Delos sends it in. And it's ultimately headed clear this time. Throw in for Catalunya, sees Kamanova. And quick passing to from Catalunya, ultimately to the other flank. Pruskin trying to send it over the top. Chouinard not making the run, though. Minute and a half plus added time. More than likely not enough for 3 goals. Tokyo looking like they will suffer an opening day defeat as that pass cut out by Pruskin. Now Chouinard bringing it forward, has beaten Changshan and Scarpetta, but sends it too high. Adamu holding possession, finds Changshan, finds Ekholm Gunnarsson. Tokyo seemingly content to pass it among themselves and wait for the final whistle. Kaido. Well, it's exactly how Catalunya drew it up. A 3-0 victory on opening day from Camp de la Industria. As for Tokyo, it couldn't have gone worse. 5 shots for Tokyo, none of them on target, versus 9 shots, 3 on target for Catalonia. Ilya Pruskin is your player of the match. But credit again to Lyubika Kamenova for that absolutely brilliant run up the far flank to make that goal. And so an opening day victory for CF Catalunya in famous fashion, 3-0 over Tokyo SC. Next up, we move to Germany, specifically the Black Forest, as SFV take on AC Romana. SFV had led the standings for most of last season, but ultimately came up short, finishing second behind eventual champion Reykjavik United. Can these season 15 champions regain their crown? If they do, if they want to, they'll have to do well in matches like this against AC Romana, previous champions in their own right, albeit perhaps on harder times of the last couple seasons. Still a formidable opponent nonetheless, and as I say, Schwarzwälder really looking to stamp their authority on matches like this in order to burnish their title credentials. It is AC Romana who get us started, going left to right in the purple and gold. Schenkinger, though, cutting out that pass early on. Schwarzwälder with their trademark 3 at the back as Kronkowski's free kick is headed clear. Bull cutting out that pass, getting past Hoppity. Miller trying to get a foot in. Hoppity cuts out the pass, though. King. Winnington can't get to Anavier. Now Pinkman with a wild shot. Maximiliano sending it long, trying to find either Bull or Jihao, but only finds the Romana defense. Here's Nunez. Jihao pressuring. Can't get a foot in. Anavier forcing an excellent save out of Munakoy Saran Satsral. Now it is a corner kick from Milton Nunez. Ultimately sent clear by Schenkinger. SFV, of course, known for really turning on the Jets when it matters most. We'll need a little bit of that firepower to prevail today. Kronkowski, though, for Romana. Pass Peterson, wins a corner off of Maximiliano. As I say, Romana certainly worthy title contenders in their own right. As Nunez sends in the corner, headed up into the air, Peterson sending it away. Deanne with the free kick on the edge of the box wins the corner kick from a dangerous position. Now here's Farah Deanne to take the corner kick. Ball goes in, up into the air, and away, courtesy of Kronkowski. Jihao bringing it back up for SFB. Into Deanne, but the shot blocked at the point of exit by JQ. Both sides coming out shooting in this match. 4 shots to 3 already. Only 1 shot on target apiece, though. That cross headed clear only as far as Deanne. Finds Plink. Now Maximiliano back to Plink. And that looked like it was about to go in. Kerrigan getting down to stop it. Happy to concede that corner. as Deanne sends it to Jihao. 1-2 back and forth. Now here's Maxwell, chipping it over to Plink, and that one. Well, in American football, we call that a fair catch by Kerrigan. But this is not American football. This is soccer, thank you very much. And as time ticks down in the first half, it is still 0-0. And that is how we will go into the break. Schwarzwalder really taking the initiative in terms of number of shots. Romana, though, arguably better quality in their fewer shots. An XG of 0.56 for Romana compared to just 0.41 of SFV. The Germans are going to need to really dial it up if they want to make sure they can be in a position to challenge for the title once again. And as for Romana, they'll be looking to spoil the opening day for Black Forest. SFV get us started here in the second half. Kerrigan sending that one long. Nearly falls to Pinkman, but instead it's Plink who gets it. And forward to Hakkinen. Hakkinen loses out to Hoppity, who lumps it forward, trying to find King. Instead, it's now Peterson coming up the far flank. Dueling with King, crosses in, and Jihao heads it over. A brilliant cross there. Ultimately, Jihao unable to put it away. But that was SFV's best chance yet, it has to be said. And now Maximiliano. Hakkinen to Peterson. Trying to find the midfield. Here's Hakkinen through on goal. And Kerrigan pushes it behind. Both of these goalkeepers earning their paychecks today, let me tell you what. Deanne sending the corner to the edge of the box. Jihao sends it back. And Kerrigan claiming the cross. Whittington sends it down the line for Jihao. Falls to Hakkinen. And another good save from Kerrigan. Some very near misses by SFB. And now Deanne with another corner kick. Crossed in, headed into the hands of Kerrigan once again, and behind. Kerrigan under immense pressure, but dealing with it so far. Deanne with another corner kick. And once again, keeping it out is Patrick Kerrigan. Some incredible goal work here. Another corner kick. Deanne sends it to the edge of the box. Jihao back to Deanne. Trying to find that perfect angle of attack. Maxwell has a go. And this one sent over. And for the moment, the pressure relieved. But only for the moment, as Deanne sends it in again for Jihao, finding Hakkinen. And Hakkinen also shoots off target. And with 30 minutes to play, Schwarzwalder have had a lot of chances, but have missed a very high proportion of them. Will that come back to bite them as Enevier finds Milton Nunez? Nunez has a shot, and Saran takes his turn to show off his chops in goal. Now it's Muller with the free kick for AC Romana. Crossed in. Lever back to Muller. And Kronkowski shoots it right at Saran Setsral. Deanne to send in this corner kick for SFB. Schenkinger. Jihao! Well, something had to give. And Jihao found the pressure point. The corner came in from Deanne. It was headed clear. Schenkinger found the danger man. Jihao in just too much space. Kerrigan's been brilliant all day, but he couldn't do anything about that one. Now, can AC Romana respond? It is a corner of their own. courtesy of Jurgen Muller. Headed back out to Muller. Now here's Q. Blackman sends it back to Levere, and Romana pushed back for the moment, but coming forward again. Here is Hoppity. Hoppity with the cross. Headed clear again. Now Milton Nunez. Back to Levere and cut out by Bull. But Q winning it off of Jihao. Pinkman's through on goal. Pinkman! And it is level here in the Black Forest. Well, Q with a heads-up play to win the ball. King finding the run of Pinkman, who might have fooled Saran Satral with that finish. Might have been expecting far post. But it is 1-1. What a match this has been. King now finds Pinkman through again. Flink challenging. Squares it. Anavier can't get the shot into the net. It's been end-to-end stuff. Both teams putting on an absolute spectacle. Deanne sending in the free kick. Whittington heads over. Jihao has gone off, is being looked at. Will be okay to play on, but scary scenes there for sure. The goal scorer for SFV. And with only 4 minutes to play, that is rapidly dwindling. Barring some sort of incredible goal. Although here, as soon as I say that, Hakkinen ends up missing just wide. And as I say, it seems like this will end as a 1-1 draw. And a worthy draw at that. Both teams giving it their absolute all. And ultimately a draw, perhaps the fairest result. SFV with a bit of an edge on XG, 227 to 191. But AC Romana able to win that equalizer courtesy of Walter Pinkman. And that is a very hard-earned point by the Romans. Wang Jihao with the score for Black Forest. But it is Walter Pinkman with the equalizer who is your player of the match. An absolute, incredible match, it has to be said. And it's only 2 matches in. So that is 1-1, the final score there in Germany. SFV losing out on 3 points thanks to a Walter Pinkman equalizer. Now we move to Tinseltown, where Hollywood FC take on the reigning champions, Reykjavik United. Hollywood have been notorious for their youth-first approach in recent seasons. This is about the time where you would see some of those prospects beginning to come into their own. So there is very much cause for optimism here at the pitch. It is an off-center striker, Gerd Klose, in the 4-1-4-1 for Hollywood. And as for Reykjavik, it's their old standby, the 4-2-3-1. Del Pirlo just playing off the right shoulder of Jean-Claude Goddam. Reykjavik, the winners of the SSL Shield the last time we broadcast to you, and will be looking to stake their claim for a second consecutive title. After some off seasons of not being able to win the title, they returned to the top of the table last season on the final match day, as Muffin sends that one over the bar. It is a corner kick here, which Muffin will take, finding Brooks, but Chicken cutting out the pass to McGrain. McGrain does get it, though. Has a shot, and Brickwall Jr. able to stop it from going in. It is another corner for Hollywood, however. Muffin And it's sent clear by Reykjavik. Goddamn, with some fancy footwork, sends it back to Del Pirlo. Now tentacles, and Dexter Hall with a strong save to concede the corner. And goddamn, will send it in. Intercepted though by Muffin, and now trying to make a run on the break here. Cameron Bailey sending it back. Cormier with the throw in now. Closa playing very deep. Trying to find Martel making a run, but the diver wise to it. Scarpetta. Closa trying to close down, but Scarpetta able to get the ball out of there. Arasov, pressured by Brooks, sends it into Urkel. Goddamn. Jean-Claude Goddamn, and forces a save out of Dexter Hall. Corner comes in, and Andrews, with a wild shot over the bar, was still rising as it went out of play. Another corner kick by JCGD. And this one held by Hall. Long ball falls to Bailey. Bailey, is he onside? Has a shot! And they're saying he is indeed onside. What a play that was. Dexter Hall with the long ball, and it's Tentacles who's played Cameron Bailey onside there. Well, that is Route 1 if I've ever seen it, but I don't think Hollywood's going to complain. The opening goal on 13 minutes by Cameron Brooks. Or excuse me, Jalen Brooks. I believe I've been calling him the wrong name this whole time. I can only apologize. Nevertheless, it is Hollywood 1, Reykjavik 0. Muffin has a shot at making it 2-0. Closa can't get onto that ball. And Reykjavik now coming forward. Has to be said, not very often you see Reykjavik behind in a match. Certainly not in the manner that they conceded. They'll be looking to right that wrong as soon as possible. As Arasov wins that ball off of Brooks. But Bailey intercepting. And I apologize again, it was Cameron Bailey who scored that goal. I seem to be getting my Hollywood players confused. As Arasov threw on goal. And Felix Arasov, that is his name, I did check, has equalized for Reykjavik. Well, Urkel finding Chicken. Andrews with the laser of a pass. Fitting in a very tight window for Arasov. And that quick passing is just characteristic of Reykjavik United. As Arasov immediately winning the ball off the kickoff. And here is Tentacles with the cross. Sent in and over. I believe that was either Goddamn or Del Pirlo with that wayward header. Brooks looking for a chance. And Bailey, the two combining in an attempt to confuse me further. But instead it goes over the bar. Muffin with the cross. And it nearly ended up over the line in the case regardless. But Wall able to scoop it up. Tentacles cut out by Muffin, but it falls back to Del Pirlo, who puts it in for Jean-Claude Goddamn. And you just can't give Jean-Claude Goddamn a chance like that and expect not to concede. Tentacles takes the touch, Muffin thought he cut it out, but Del Pirlo putting it on a plate for Jean-Claude Goddamn. Let's look at the replay. There is a question of onside, but onside he is indeed. Goddamn, notorious for being caught offside in crucial moments, but not this time. And Reykjavik taking the lead here in the first half. It is Hollywood 1, Reykjavik 2. It's been a bit of a whirlwind, and we're not even 30 minutes into this match. Mulgrane's pass cut out by Arasov. Del Pirlo. Andrews' touch betrays him, and Dexter Hall sending it long. Now here's Furious Chicken, sending a long pass forward to Andrews. Trying to get around Cormier, but can't. But it falls to Del Pirlo. Arasov wins a deflection behind for the corner. Andrews back and forth to Goddamn. Andrews having a shot, but it's sent immediately back on the block. And Andrews pass in, sent clear by Cormier. Now Bailey trying to get around Chicken. Scarpetta wise to it, however. Brooks trying to cut around Arasov, but can't. And now here comes Andrews. Reykjavik streaming forward in numbers here, it has to be said. Squares it, but Lovrich able to get in the way. Urkel, Tentacles. Del Pirlo! And another save out of Hall. Jean-Claude Goddamn stands over the corner. Del Pirlo, and the shot would have been wide regardless, but Diaz sending it away. Well, it looked like Hollywood had the better of it at the start, but Reykjavik coming back in a big way here. Header battle ultimately settles with Ramirez. Del Pirlo sending it out wide for Tentacles. Arasov cuts it back. Del Pirlo wins another corner. Goddamn, out to the edge of the box for Andrews. Del Pirlo! Another miracle from the man from Milan. What a shot that was. Goddamn, found Andrews on the edge of the box. And Del Pirlo right on the line. Hall gets fingertips to it, but it doesn't stop the ball from hitting the back of the net with authority. Hollywood 1, Reykjavik 3 as we near halftime. But there is time for another corner kick. Andrews has a shot himself this time. And Hall tipping it behind. Jean-Claude Goddamn standing over another corner kick. Andrews back to Goddamn, who crosses in this time. Hall able to get to it. And that is where we leave it at the half. Hollywood opening the scoring courtesy of Cameron Bailey III. But it is Reykjavik who lead 3-1, courtesy of scores from Del Pirlo, Arasov, and Goddamn. Reigning champions seeking to once again stamp their authority with a statement win on the first match day. They kick us off in the second half with a comfortable 2-goal lead. And here is Ramirez. Urkel spraying it out to Arasov, and now here is Tentacles. Gets past Lightning. Tentacles crosses in. Ramirez has a shot, but Hall gets down to stop it. Martel ricochets to Chicken, and now Reykjavik trying to come forward, but Lightning takes it off of Del Pirlo. Lightning all alone in that Hollywood midfield has been asked to do a lot today. Seemed mostly equal to the task so far, but Del Pirlo has a shot and wins another corner kick. Jean-Claude Goddamn sends it to Andrews, lays it off to Del Pirlo again. This time it is blocked shortly after exit, and ricochets into touch. Ramirez. Tentacles in a lot of space, in a very dangerous position. And Hull well beaten once again. Reykjavik run riot here on the pitch. It is now 4-1. As Tentacles able to get it around the challenge of Lovrich there. And what was supposed to be a coming out party for Hollywood has turned very somber indeed. Brooks winning the corner, or almost winning the corner, but instead it goes wide. I thought it had taken the deflection, but it seems it just went into the side netting. Lightning, hoping to salvage a goal here, has a shot. He does win a corner at least. Close to send it in. Crossed in. Up into the air. Dia! And, that was back to Klose. And Klose ruled offside regardless. Apologies, I got a little hype for nothing. Del Pirlo to Andrews. Andrews back into Del Pirlo. Trying to get past Lightning, and does. Goddamn, from close range. Arisov with the putback, but both saved by Dexter Hall, who, were it not for conceding 4 goals, would be having a very good performance today. Here's Bailey, weaving through the defense. Martel sends it out wide to Brooks. Lovrich's pass cut out by Del Pirlo. Now Andrews looking to make it 5, and does. Henry Andrews with the 5th for Reykjavik. I don't know how they got the Viking loan chips all the way to California, but they have. And Hollywood made to pay the price. This has been an emphatic performance from Reykjavik. 4.19 XG off of 21 shots, 12 of them on target, and crucially 5 of them in the net. Less than 10 minutes to play. Hollywood looking for pride at this point. The gap perhaps too much to overcome. As here's Muffin, low cross, trying to find Klose, who can't get on the end of it. Cameron Bailey tries it from distance, but... And then, goddamn, sending it a little closer, but still over the bar. Well, I can't think of a better way to start the season than with a very emphatic victory over what would many in the preseason would have assumed to be a title rival in Hollywood. As this one, Arisov loses out, but it doesn't matter. What a performance from Reykjavik United. 5 different goal scorers and a 5-1 victory over Hollywood FC. An incredible performance from the champions, and the title defense is most assuredly on. Dexter Hall called into action plenty of times, and it is Jean-Claude Goddamn who will take player of the match honors. Goals also from Tentacles and several other players that were too fast for me to notice. But nevertheless, a 5-1 victory for Reykjavik United, and certainly a well-earned one at that. Now for our final match of the day, we travel to Brazil, specifically Sao Paulo. Sao Paulo with a, well, to be quite honest, a bit of a rough time over the last several seasons. But certainly hoping that this newest class of players, as well as their previous couple of classes, starting to come into their own, they're hoping they will make a difference here. And certainly the future bright for Sao Paulo. But that future starts with a visit from Buenos Aires, the reigning Cup champions, who did find defeat against Reykjavik in the SSL Shield. There's a new season for Sao Paulo. They'll be looking to shake off the malaise of previous years. And they have a free kick here, courtesy of De Groot. Sent in. Cabri able to claim it. Long ball headed away by Eilish. Settles with Van der Sloth for Buenos Aires. Knight with the cross. Headed clear again by Eilish. Now Sao Paulo on the counter. Justinissen trying to find the long pass, but Habjanic did not make the necessary run. Now here come Buenos Aires. O'Leary to Van der Sloth. Van der Sloth making the run. Finds Genkal. But Genkal was offside. Rockford Cotswold with the free kick. The first overall pick in the most recent prospect draft. Certainly will be looking to contribute to Sao Paulo in any way possible this season. Meanwhile, Genkal winning the ball away from Fish, a fellow draftee. And Fiacra now in the box. Passes to Munoz. But ball able to hold on. Genkal. Pass cut out by Lizard, and now it was intended for Van der Sloth. And now here is Hashimoto. That one ultimately rebuffed. Van der Sloth to O'Leary. O'Leary past Velstrazen Smith, crosses in. Rebuffed by Eilish. Already making their presence known on this field in this match. Justinissen weaves around Fiacra. A bit of a scramble in the goal mouth. Habjanic has a shot. Cabri holds on to it. Well, chaos started to unfold there. It looked like Sao Paulo might be able to manufacture a chance there, but ultimately good work by Cabri. And now here is Van der Sloth. Played in by O'Leary. Now here's Harrison. Harrison forced out wide, but crosses in. Again, call. And wins a corner kick. Roera Strangine standing over it. And now sends in. And it is Calvin Ball, the goalkeeper, who holds on to it. Fiacra. Through to Bradford. Squares it to O'Leary in a lot of space. Ball gets down to stop it and cedes another corner kick. And Bruera Strangine ready to send it in once more. And once again, Ball able to claim it. Sao Paulo have been up for this in the early going. A spirited display to be sure. Will they find a breakthrough? Or will it be Buenos Aires who are more likely to score? Still plenty of time to answer that question. For the moment, ball under pressure is the Sao Paulo back line. Harrison with the challenge on Fish to win the ball away, to disrupt the pass. Now Harrison up the line for Genkal. O'Leary in the center. Vandersloot trying to play through Bradford. And the shot there from O'Leary does call ball into action once again. Buenos Aires starting to pull ahead in shots on target. But no fruit has been born from those chances as yet. De Groot seizing on a loose touch, but Bradford getting to it. Vandersloot, and another good save from Calvin Ball. Buenos Aires really starting to rack up the corners as we pass the 30-minute mark. It is Brewer Estrangin who sends it in again. And it's another corner kick as it took a touch off of a Sao Paulo defender. Brewer Estrangin once again sending it in. And once again, Calvin Ball plucking it out of the air. It's been a very good performance from the rookie goalkeeper, Calvin Ball. 6 shots on target. None of them have been conceded. Another corner for Buenos Aires, really starting to take the upper hand in this one. Sent in again, and once again, carried away by Ball. Buenos Aires still with it. Guerrero Estrangin, the header down and sent clear by Cotswold. Buenos Aires still with it though. Guerrero Estrangin, then call cross disrupted. And again, sustained pressure, yielding no results for Buenos Aires. Justinison trying to find Fish there, but was cut out. Now here is Harrison. Fish tracking back well, shadowing Harrison here. Justinison with the interception, but that pass only finds Harrison again. Here's Munoz forward. And Vandersloot shooting just wide from that touch by O'Leary. And so at halftime, Sao Paulo scoreless, but also yet to concede. It is 0-0 at the break against Buenos Aires. The Argentinians have had most of the shots and a sizable XG advantage, but have not been able to make their chances count yet. And for their part, it has been a fairly solid, if at times a little desperate, performance by Sao Paulo. Credit where it is due, they have been very resolute. It's been a little bit chaotic at times, but certainly they have seemed to make strides during the off-season, based on this very limited sample size. Time will tell whether they can translate it into better results, but in the meantime, Buenos Aires coming forward here to start the second half. Biakra shooting right at Ball. Header battle ultimately finds Genkal. And here's Bradford trying to turn past the defense. A good block from Cotswold. Now it's into Munoz in the center. Biakra and Brooks Patron playing it together. Now Sao Paulo trying to come forward. That long pass from Cotswold only finds Knight. Now here is Vandersloot up the near wing. Turns and passes back to Munoz. Munoz sends it back, cutting it back to Fiacra, but Fiacra's finish was wayward. O'Leary. Bradford playing it back. Genkal had a bit of a loose touch, but does bring it back under control. But that pass, O'Leary not able to bring it under control. Headed on by Fish, here's Justinison. Up the far wing, with the cross. And Cabri called into action for the first time in some time. Long ball. Headed down for O'Leary. Here's Gankal. Through ball to O'Leary in some space. Cotswold again making his presence known in defense. Already stamping his presence on this back line for Sao Paulo, looking like a very good pick at first overall as Vandersloot heads just wide. Bruera Strongine crosses in, headed just wide by Bradford. Gankal with a very ambitious shot. Did have a bit of a bend downward, but not enough to put it in any real danger of scoring. O'Leary to Vandersloot. Vandersloot in trouble, but does get the shot off and wins the corner. Good job by Vandersloot to get that shot away despite being closed down by two Sao Paulo defenders. Whereas Strongine sending the corner in, and it's headed clear ultimately. 30 minutes to play. Sao Paulo holding on in very good fashion. Buenos Aires can't seem to find the breakthrough. Whereas Strongine with the free kick, though. Gankal sends it forward to Fiacre. Brooks Patron. What a shot from David Brooks Patron! My goodness, you do not see a shot like that every day from a defender. We have to see that again. Gankal sent it forward to Fiacre. It was in a good position, so they sent it back to Brooks Patron, who absolutely unloaded. Well, I don't think any of us were expecting that, but it is the breakthrough that Buenos Aires were looking for. Sao Paulo 0, Buenos Aires 1 in spectacular fashion. That pass from Cotswold intercepted by Knight, and Buenos Aires coming forward again. And it's Bradford who wins the corner this time. Whereas Strongine sending it in and ultimately headed clear by Eilish, although O'Leary sends it to Munoz and once again sent over. And it has to be said, Buenos Aires have enjoyed the bulk of the chances. The better team in terms of performance. But it did take a wonder goal from David Brooks Patron as O'Leary has a long-range shot of his own denied. It did take a Brooks Patron worldie, it has to be said, for Buenos Aires to break through this Sao Paulo defense. Munoz, O'Leary in a lot of space. Ball parrying it into the air and able to fall onto it. Bit of a circus save there for Calvin Ball. Vandersloot. O'Leary, pressured by Velstrazen Smith, and Fish cutting out that pass. Cotswold's header, brought down by Fiacre for Knight. Brooks Patron, that pass poor, cut out by Fish. Can Sao Paulo break here? Fiacre wins the ball off of Fish. Now here's Bradford for Buenos Aires. With the cross, trying to find O'Leary, and Ball able to hold on to it. 10 minutes to play for Sao Paulo to find an equalizer. Habjanic with the free kick. Headed up, back to Habjanic. Here is O'Leary. O'Leary again with the 1-2. Ball holds on to it. Vanderslav again. There's a corner kick here for Rouer-Estrangin. Ultimately sent clear. Again called through ball. O'Leary wins a corner. This corner comes in, and it's another corner kick for Buenos Aires. Rouer-Estrangin sending it in and ball holding on to it. Time running out here for Sao Paulo, but ultimately might come up just short despite a very spirited defensive performance. Cotswold sends it over the top. And Call sends it tonight forward to O'Leary. O'Leary can't get on the end of the through ball, and that will be it. Sao Paulo with a spirited defense, it has to be said, but ultimately unable to break Buenos Aires down. And it is Buenos Aires with an excellent goal from David Brooks Patron, it has to be said, who end up winning this one 1-0 in spectacular fashion. 34 shots on 18 on target for Buenos Aires. And that is why Calvin Ball is apparently player of the match for stopping all of those chances. But it is Buenos Aires who will walk away with the 3 points on this occasion. And that is going to do it for us today here at the SSL. Before we go, let's take a look once more at the standings from Matchday 1 and the results. It is Catalunya 3, Tokyo 0, followed by a 1-1 draw, cursed by Schwarzwalder and AC Romana. Then Reykjavik United with a 5-1 win over Hollywood. And of course, we just saw Buenos Aires with a 1-0 win over Sao Paulo. Early on, it is Reykjavik United on top of the standings on goal difference, but there's plenty of soccer left here in the SSL. Thank you so much for watching. We hope you join us for the rest of the season. I've been Metafiction. Take care.